Yo, yo, yo! I'm here to talk about how important comfort zones are. Now, I'm not talking about being comfortable all the time and that sort of thing in the normal, little lingo. But I wanted to talk about comfort zones and why they can be bad, right? As I spoke about in another video, humans are naturally habitual creatures. We are the habit of our own routine. So whatever we are doing, that is kind of the loop that we get ingrained upon day after day, right? Within that, though, is a very fine line where are you plateauing with what you're doing in your life, or are you dipping lower? Let's say, for example, I find comfort zones deal with a lot of the plateauing aspect of things. You find yourself in a rhythm. Let's say you're in a good relationship, right? You're in a good relationship, things are going great, you guys are flying high, you guys are like sailing past the honeymoon stage, and then all of a sudden you hit like the 6 or 7 month mark. And then people sometimes start to do a little bit less work. You know? Things start to get a little hazy. You start taking each other for granted, you know? Not everybody. I'm pigeonholing the, in place here, specifically for the comfort zone idea. When you're just stuck and it's just, everything feels so comfortable and perfect and good, right? But then you get stuck in that habit and everything starts to plateau. It's almost like you'll naturally start taking your foot off the gas pedal. You start to forget like what used to excite you, or both of you, or all of that. A lot more might trickle in terms of making you angrier with each other, letting all this shit out, when you don't need everything to stay the goddamn same, you know? A comfort zone is like, oh, I don't really want to do that. It's like, let's say when you're really depressed, you know how your friends sometimes will come over and you'll be like, yeah, no, come on out. And then you're like, oh, no, I don't want to go out. This is such a stupid idea. No, I'm just going to stay home in my own misery and all that. And then let's say you actually do decide to go out, even though against your own will, and you go out and you're like, wow, you know what? This is a lot better. You know, not every time, of course, but like, you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to make a point here. Like, you go out and you're like, wow, this is better. I'm so glad that I actually ended up going out. I'm so glad that I actually ended up doing things. Anytime you feel resistance, whenever you feel resistance to something, it doesn't mean fucking, okay, resistance, stop doing it, right? It's like, okay, when you feel resistance at the gym lifting a weight, oh my God, I felt some resistance in my muscle. It hurt a little bit, so I'm going to stop lifting? No. You're not going to achieve your goals that way. You feel a little bit of resistance. That's not there to tell you to stop. That's there to remind you how to live, man. Like, that's to remind you to get your ass moving and that there's work to be done here, right? That's what that resistance is. So you got a little bit of pull and resistance in your relationships. It's the same thing. So more work needs to be done here where there is that resistance, right? Give yourself a break when it comes to that and not sinking into those comforts, those comfortable areas, right? I'm not talking about the comfort zone like, you want to cuddle with your wife in bed type thing. I'm talking dealing with the resistance of what life has to throw at you and how you're going to deal with that and combat with it and live your day-to-day life. Anyway, stay real and I'll stay caveman.